Aquarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-November 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Aquarius collective out there. I hope you're all fabulous. I'm sure you are. Let's get it going, my guys. Talk to me. Yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get this card out here. Enough of the intro. What's going on with Aquarius, please? It's always one of my favorite readings to do every week. They're always super layered. So Aquarius, there is something connected here to sleep or rest or meditation. So this is going to be interesting. For some of you, it could even be your mind state, but we'll go in on that. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the November subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But into the reading we go. Enough of the promo. Have a little look here. Interesting. So there's water. There's this woman that looks like she's doing some sort of yoga pose or taking a nap, taking a snooze. So when I see this card, I do think of issues connected to sleep. Hopefully you're not missing out on some sleep. Hopefully you're not having insomnia when this card shows up. You might need a little more rest when this card shows up in the very beginning. So Spirit could be asking you to recuperate. Take some time for yourself. Self-love, self-care, mind, body, soul. This is beautiful. I would say this energy is the cure to like 10 of Wands. So if you're feeling burdened, lean into this. For some of you, it could be an extra interest in meditation, yoga, things like that. Altered states of consciousness. It could even be a very active mind. But the main thing I'm feeling there is like there is a connection to rest and sleep that you might want to heed. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote for us. I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright before I get the intuitive, juicy stuff. So let's shuffle it up one time here. What do we got for Aquarius, please? Guides and spirit team. So last week's reading, it was interesting. It was titled A Game Changer. So for some of you, that might have been something that popped up this week. Something changed the game. Whether it's a situation that popped up or something you found out, like it was literally feeling like something could come along that changes your perspective or your situation drastically. Okay, it didn't necessarily feel bad. So we're going to see what energy we have for you this week for sure. Let's get it going here. I always say only take this how it hits for you because nothing's set in stone. Okay, because we could be looking at your energy. We could be looking at someone that you're connected to. Okay, so what's up with Aquarius, please? Thank you. Okay, we have the King of Wands, and he's been a very common figure this week. I've seen him in a few different readings. This could be a fire sign. This could be Spirit asking you to like focus up or refocus on something. Quick, Magician. Like it. All right, so there are underlying notes of control right off the bat. We'll talk about that as we move forward. Thank you. 8 of Swords. Interesting. Yeah, so controlling your thought process could be important for a lot of you too with the 8 of Swords on the back. So I'm not seeing anything too crazy or treacherous here, Aquarius. Let's go through. I'll give you the classical meanings of these cards. Then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. It's an interesting mixture we have. And I will say this off the bat. I don't like to get too intuitive just yet, but I'm feeling there could be possible mystery afoot because I was catching that with the Magician and we have the 8 of Swords on the back end and she's blindfolded. There could be some, we'll get into it as we press on, but I'm already getting that vibe. Position number 1, the King of Wands. Could just be a fire sign. Could just be an older male figure. So if this isn't an individual in your life, kings represent control of their respective suit. Okay, so wands are about passion, desire, drive. So if you feel like things have been volatile, this could be you wanting or trying to control that fiery outburst. Okay, this could be you trying to focus on things, like really narrow in your focus. Like, no, I'm not going to pay attention to this because that's a waste of my energy. I'm not going to pay attention on that because that's a waste of my energy. Only fruitful things deserve your energy. When we have a card like the King of Wands, it's very entrepreneurial, get up and go. So I really want to see what clarifies that. Now moving to the center, we have the Magician. Another card that can represent control as we move over. Now, when I see the Magician, I do tend to think of manifestation, creation, bringing something out of the realm of thought into the realm of the material. So this card kind of links with the active etheric energy we saw with the Oracle card, the mental energy of the Eight of Swords. So really make sure you're keeping your mind right, your mind on task, your mind straight when we have a card like the Magician. Your powers of manifestation could be amped up in this time, even if you're not purposely creating things. The dark side of the Magician, this could be somebody that is a bit controlling. This could be someone that's a bit of a control freak as well, in its bad sense. And I don't want to say this is a bad energy. It does feel positive and optimistic to me. But when we combine it with the King of Wands, there's a lot of control here. So whether it's you trying to control an outcome, try to control yourselves, let's keep moving because we do have to clarify. Now, getting to the back end, we have the Eight of Swords. The main reason I'm still possibly feeling little bits of mystery, surprise, unexpectedness. Now, when I see this card, it could be someone with a super active mind. This could represent anxiety. This could represent nervousness, somebody whose brain is getting the best of them, overthinking. This could also represent somebody that's feeling a bit trapped. This could be somebody that's feeling like they're cornered, all right? The good thing about this energy is that it's fleeting. It moves through very quickly. This isn't like a permanent type of vibe. But the super active mind, if it's not you on edge, it could be somebody else that you're close to that's very much on edge here with the Eight of Swords. But like I said, this person has the sword to free themselves. So it's a very fleeting type of card. And the mind is still sticking out here. The fact that she's hoodwinked and blindfolded to me does say we might have some mystery. Let's dive deeper. I won't be surprised if we get it in the clarifiers. But let's dive deeper on all of it, Aquarius. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, so we're going to get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. Let's see what's going on for the Aquarians. Yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot because, as you know, all readings are about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that King of Wands. And yes, my friends, if you read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Aquarius, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind. All right, King of Wands, let's go. Why is the King of Wands here? Thank you. Yeah, Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there is just something that you feel like either has or will spin out of control that you want to like get a grip on, get a handle on. All right, like this feels like possible chaos. Like a lot of you could be in the mode where you're just trying to contain something before it bursts into absolute chaos. Or you might feel like there's chaos around you. That's a very interesting feeling. Now, if that's not you, there could be somebody you're close to that is very, very tense. With the Eight of Swords on the back end, with what we got here on the front end, this is somebody trying to contain that fire, which is a very hard thing to do. So I would say beware of chaotic situations, chaotic issues could be afoot when we have this. Now, yes, these cards don't necessarily represent you. If you're connected to a fire sign, it's showing up big here. But I'm not going to tell you how you should proceed with this. Just know this feels very chaotic to me, and it might need to get reined in. There could be something that you need to rein in, whether it's within yourself or a situation or issue that's going on around you, because it just feels chaotic. That's the best way I could explain it. We're going to keep moving. Like something that went off the rails or has the possibility to go off the rails. We're going to see what's up with that Magician. Because like I said, we're talking about possible control as we move through. Let's keep moving. You know me, I don't like to get too hung up on any energies. There's the Magician here. Yeah, the deck's being specific now. Let's go. It's been doing that for a lot of the air signs this week. Thank you. Yeah. And the mind. The mind. We have the Nine of Swords underneath this Magician. I do see somebody trying to work on it. It's like, all right, I can't help it though. I'm nervous about this. Like, I can't control my thoughts on this. I'm not saying that's definitely you, but the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords, these are very similar energies. and with the possible chaos I have here on the front end, like you might just feel like you're dealing with a lot, or whoever this person is, they might feel like they have so much on their plate, like they're dealing with so much. There's like so much going on all the time. It's overwhelming. Like I'm feeling overwhelmed just reading this. Now, the Nine of Swords is also a card that links into rest, into sleep. There is something that you really, really might need to take a rest or a break from here. It's also a card of the paranormal, as is the Magician, so you might be having various different paranormal experiences when we have an alignment like this, but it's a card of anxiety, nervousness, issues with insomnia. I've been picking up these themes ever since the beginning, so watch out for them. And the little bit of chaos that we have here in the front end is still lingering here, okay? And also, I just want to say it, aside from the one major arcana, this is all fire and air. I always say that energy could be volatile, it could be explosive. Okay, this is somebody that's overwhelmed in the center, or super nervous, super on edge. The explosive volatility here, like this person feels like so much is happening. Let's keep moving over. Whew, like I'm feeling it. Let's go in on this Eight of Swords. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadows. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, we have the King of Swords in the upright underneath this Eight of Swords. Somebody who feels like they might need more help than they're getting. Somebody who might feel like they need assistance, they can't do it all on their own. More air sign energy. So just to state it, like we have 3 court cards, which could be a lot of people, a lot of energies affecting you. We have the fire, we have the air, we have control. So the volatility of this spread, the explosiveness of this spread, and the chaos that I was feeling, there might need to be some sort of authority figure or assistance to come in to help somebody with this. Because when I get the King of Swords with the Eight of Swords, like to me, it just feels like, all right, you can get through it with a little bit of assistance. You can get through it with a little bit of help. Don't try to do it on your own. That's just the vibe I'm picking up here. So do it that way you will. Whether it's you helping somebody else out, somebody possibly needing your help, or you needing it. Because it's very tense. It's very chaotic. And there's this underlying nervousness that I'm feeling throughout this whole entire spread. So focusing that energy, trying to put it towards good use, you might need help here. Like, because the King of Swords does feel like an authority figure under this Eight of Swords. Like, I can't free myself, I need someone to help me type stuff. Interesting. So if you're watching this for another person, like they might be going through it. Or there could be somebody you're connected to that's like really going through it. There's like so much chaos here. Let's go through. I'll give you a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. And the reason I speak about chaos, you already know the elemental mix, but in position number 1, the King of Wands with the Knight of Wands in reverse. So to me, these energies are kind of at odds, like stop, go, scattered focus. And that's where the chaos really started reigning for me here. Like somebody like putting all their energy in various different places when they need to focus it in. Moving to the center, we have the Magician with the Nine of Swords. Like, I can't help it. My mind is racing. My mind is going. When we surround that Emperor with the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, like somebody needs a break from something. They need a rest from something because this feels like mayhem and chaos. Okay, so whether it's internal mayhem and chaos or outer mayhem and chaos, it feels rough. Embrace this very first card is what I'm feeling. Now, moving to the very back end, we have the Eight of Swords and the King of Swords. This feels like an authority figure. Maybe someone feels like they need a more adultier adult, or they need an authority figure to help them out with something or give them assistance. Like, listen, there's just too much going on here. I need help. So don't be surprised if somebody hits you up asking for your assistance, okay? So please take a screenshot of that. I'm going to get you one shadow card here. Intriguing. I mean, your readings are always intriguing, right? Because Aquarius know a lot of different people, so your readings always come out super layered. But just beware of this chaotic energy that I'm feeling, because like it feels a little bit out of hand. We're going to get you one shadow card. Using the Shadowland Tarot, it's always a beautiful way, yeah. And it doesn't surprise me that even in the shadows, we have another fire court card. We have the Page of Wands, a card of communication, but the big thing I always say about this Page of Wands is that sometimes it doesn't know what to do with all the energy it has, right? It needs to know where to focus it so it doesn't like blow all of its energy in one place. That's a big thing with this page. Now, if that's not a fire sign that's left a mark on you, if that's not a child, that there's some sort of childhood baggage here, when I see the Page of Wands, it can also be confrontational, right? So in this time, you might get a little confrontational with people, or your temper might be flaring with all the stuff I've been seeing here. That's something to watch out for sure. But the biggest thing has been the theme we've been seeing since the beginning. Somebody needing to budget their energy in a different way. They might have an overabundance of it and they need to do some physical activity to get this energy out or refocus. So Aquarius, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the November subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the October subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced the day after Halloween, November 1st. But for November, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Vice Versa Tarot once again. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, what are you most grateful for? 'Tis the season, am I right, my friends? That's all you need to do to enter. And at the end of November, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. My friends, as always, much love, and I'll see you next time.